Welcome back to Games Revealed. I'm James Nelson Brink, and we are one community. Today I want to talk about something super special. Okay, it's not really that special. It's essentially the ROG Ally is not top dog. Kind of like what we were expecting. It's great if you want a lot of power, but the interface and a lot of the other things just aren't quite on par with what the Steam Deck has to offer. So the Steam Deck is still going to wear that crown. Now, the reason why I am doing this video today is because Microsoft has an opportunity, or more or less it's been lacking in something for a very long time. So I'm going to put this out into ether to hopefully help motivate a certain company to do a little better. And we can chat about this, and you can let me know in the comments too about this. Because honestly, this is something seriously that has been needing to be fixed for a very long time. Before we get into it, make sure to like, subscribe, bash that bell with your crowbar. Now we've gotten all that out of the way, let's get into it. So first up, what is the number one missing thing with all these other gaming handhelds, these PC gaming handhelds? What's the number one thing? That's right. It is the UI, and it's the experience more or less. Just it's not comparable to the Steam Deck's Steam OS game mode, where you get into it and it acts like a console. It's really easy to jump in, play a game, and quit out, or suspend and resume your play later on and not really lose out a lot of issue. Like it works almost too well. I mean, I've been playing Persona 5 for a few weeks now, and the amount of times I'm able to just hit the kind of pause button and hit the power button and just have it suspend is ridiculous how well it just works. Able to resume it a day or two later. Heck, I've waited a week once to resume it on the Steam Deck because I was really busy that week, and it worked great, except for one time, and that was like 30 hours into the game without closing or anything. I was suspending it, doing this for like probably a week or two, and after about 30 hours, luckily I had saved it because I usually save it right before I suspend it, and it crashed. So with that one exception, the Steam Deck is still amazing at doing what it's meant to do, play games on the go, right? So they've definitely got that win, where with the Ioneos, the ROG Allies, all those things, they have a lot going for them, but they don't have a great experience from start up to playing a game. No matter what you're doing, you have a little extra or a little in between everything that you have to get through to get to that game. Now, one thing Microsoft does have going for it is that most games work on it. And Microsoft is ahead on that right now. But Steam, if they keep up with this, it's eventually going to get pretty close, with the exception of a few games like Fortnite and all that. And eventually, there's a chance that maybe they will come to the Steam Deck. And then if everything's on the Steam Deck, what's the point of using Windows if you're a more PC gaming centric person? So yeah, they have a great opportunity here, but really, like I said earlier, they're lacking. They needed to do this like 5 years ago plus. Like they have the Xbox app, they have stuff that kind of mimics it, and honestly, they have the basis there. Like all they have to do is have it boot into Xbox when it first starts up and have a really good UI to navigate for game modes. So let's say, oh, hey, I want to be able to go into the bottom right. They have a tablet mode, or at least they used to. Enable game mode. And then when I restart my computer through game mode, it starts back up into game mode where I can navigate everything, see everything, and it has an optimized controller and also smaller screen ability. So the controller is going to work much better to navigate everything, and also the screen, all the elements on it are going to fit in a better way. That's one of the problems like with the Ioneo Air, is that everything's so small, it's hard to see what you're actually doing. So why am I making this video? I'm just throwing it out there, like I said, in the ether, out to wherever, that there is one thing that Microsoft can do to just really help all these other companies do better. Because all these other companies are either going to have to roll out their own solution, which works okay, but doesn't. Like all the reviews, everyone that's using the ROG Ally, There's a lot of reasons why they don't like it, but the biggest one that I see come back always is that it's the interface. It's the experience that it's just not as easy. Some games just don't suspend as well. And it's just to go from starting up, having to try to navigate, or if it boots up into the UI, it's not too bad. But it's just not a more unified experience like the SteamOS version is. You navigate that, you feel like you're in a console. Like they pretty much turned the PC world into a console world, or at least melded it enough. And so I really don't think Xbox has a lot to do in order to get this to work. Like I said, they already have the Xbox app. All they have to do is modify that to be a full screen app, do a couple of tweaking behind the scenes, maybe reduce a lot of different programs, or put in a special program monitor to where, you know, if you go to play a game, you definitely kill a couple applications that are not needed, or services. Like, I honestly could not imagine this taking them very long if they had a competent team to take it on. And there are so many people there, and they have so many different focus. They can do more than one thing. I know a lot of people say, well, they're focused on AI, or they're focused on this other stuff. They have a lot that they're doing. Well, they can do more than one thing. They can do this game mode that would probably take a lot of, like, 2-3 person team, because they work a little slower. I mean, a 1 person team could potentially do this, but like a 2-3 person team to at least integrate, or start integrating the Xbox app into it. Maybe even work with Valve a little bit to get Steam also to integrate with it a little bit too, so you can go back and forth between Xbox and Steam mode or whatever. But there's a great opportunity for them. They'll sell more subscriptions potentially. I just don't get why they're not doing this, because they can work on multiple things. So with that, I want to know what you guys think in the comments below. Really, they're just missing out so much, and I really think that they're going to regret it down the road. A lot of companies end up doing this. They stall and don't really take feedback from the community. And albeit the gaming community is not, well, let's be fair, the gaming community actually is pretty big. The gaming industry is massive. It rivals a lot of other entertainment industries. So maybe they should start taking it more serious, as gaming is becoming more and more of a thing. And yeah, so I want to know what you guys think. Let me know. Do we need a game mode for Windows to make these other devices better? Do they need to start supporting SteamOS? Which, that's easier said than done. Valve needs to release SteamOS 3. It's not fully released yet. Yes, there are other ways to kind of do it. Maybe they could get their hands on the open source code and maybe do it, but it's more complicated than people let on, and it's why they do the UI versions in Windows. Like, they have the launchers that they can essentially use on boot up, but not really a great experience, especially with the INEO for me. Like, it's been not great. So thank you guys for watching. Check out all the goodies below in the description. There's stuff for Steam Deck. There's going to be additional things for like the INEO or the ROG Ally, whatever it is. Like, I'm trying to add more and more recommendations there. While I don't have an ROG Ally yet, I'm hoping to get one in the future. And once again, thank you guys for the support. Become a member of the channel. Check out some merch below. Like, I have a new line at shopundead.com, so check that out. Thank you guys for watching. Check out my other videos. Peace out. Later!